Alright, welcome to another exciting video from Gobbler Ridge Farms. And today, I hope the video isn't really that exciting because I have this dead pine tree over my shoulder back here. And it recently died this past winter, and in summer, I think the summer drought got to it. And it's right on the edge of my orchard. And behind it over here, I've got some trees that are $50 a piece, plus about $300 a year in income when they mature. And I do not want this tree falling into my orchard and damaging some of my expensive chestnut trees. Now, I'm going to combine something that I need to do with something that's going to be kind of fun and interesting. I've got a couple small forest axes here, granddaddy of them all, the Grand's Fours, and then here is a German-made axe that is made by Helco Work. Now the blade profile on this one is a little more like a felling axe, so I'll probably use it a little bit more. And the Grand's Fours has a place where you can choke up and do more fine carving tasks. Now, the internet is full of trolls, as we all know, and a lot of times when there's discussion about axes and brands and which one's better and which one's the most economical and blah 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 blah, people have tons of opinions. My opinion is very simple: buy what you can afford and what makes you happy. They all look a little differently, they all may feel a little different, there's different price points, but go with the one that you enjoy and that you want, and you'll be happy. Don't worry about what anybody else has to say. Now, one of the things that's often brought up when you do talk about the small forest axe is, well, I'll take a full-size axe and I can chop down way more trees than you can with that. Well, duh. That goes without saying. But today we want to find out just how much work can be done with a small forest axe. Can we cut down a tree this size? Because if it'll do that, it will do any bushcrafting chore that you have without resorting to a very small hatchet that won't do a whole lot, or trying to put a full-size axe in your bushcraft bag. Okay, so we don't want to do either one of those two extremes. So let's find out, what can this axe do, and if it'll do this, it'll do anything we need. I brought along some help. Come on, Jesse. I'm not going to do this all by myself. Let me go ahead and start doing the wedge. Alright, first things first, we're going to get Jesse over here to start putting a wedge on the direction that we want the tree to fall. Hopefully not on the orchard or my golf cart. Come here, Jackson.
Jackson.
Now the first goal Jesse has is to try to make a 45-degree wedge on the direction that we want the tree to fall. This is a job for a young man. Maybe he wishes he had that full-size axe about right now. Or a chainsaw. Bushcrafters don't use chainsaws. You need some relief?
Yeah.
All right, let me take a few whacks with grins for us. I think it's a little lighter than that spot right there.
Hey. Go. Hey. Come on. Jackson, you got it.
Come on, Jackson, get out of the way, boy. You always want to be in the worst spot possible. Jackson, you're in the worst place you can be. Go fetch a stick or something. You're almost halfway through. Jacob, go ahead and take the golf cart and move the golf cart out of the way just in case.
Okay.
Way out of the way. We don't know what we're doing.
Take Jackson with you.
Take the dog with you.
Okay.
You want to put him on his leash over there?
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. Get about time to leash the dog up. Leash the dogs! Oh, go ahead. What do you think? Is it
We need to chew a little bit more out of the middle
a
first.
little more out of the middle?
Be safe.
Need about halfway?
Yeah.
came back tomorrow and just see where it fell overnight.
Well, can't get the camera.
All right, while we're catching our breath, here's where we're at so far. We did about a 45-degree angle here. We want the tree to fall that way, and then back over here we went up above a little bit. It might be a hair too tall, I'm thinking possibly, but so we may have to lower that down a little bit. But we're hoping we'll be able to cut through there and leave a little hinge right there. Looks like most of the limbs on this thing are over this direction. The wind's blowing that way, but when it rocks, wish I had a chainsaw about right now. Makes it a whole lot easier. Hey, what are you two doing?
Well, when I was about Jacob's age, I started picking at this tree with a pocket knife very similar to this. And 25 years later is the day that it's going to come down.
Hey.
All thanks to a pocket knife.
No, that's not a knife. That's a knife. Okay, I'm not Crocodile Dundee then, am I?
We won't let the kid take a whack so he can say he helped.
Hey, don't whack your finger off with it. Those axes are sharp. I don't know. Get you a couple of light whacks with it, but don't overswing it.
Okay.
If it starts to fall, run. Okay, you're winding up too much. That's good.
Stand out of the way. Put the golf cart.
Yeah, I think we might be up a little too high with that back cut.
Well, I started, I had
Yeah.
the idea.
Maybe it'll get down to it.
start and go down, and we never went down. We just kind of
Yeah.
hung out. So now we've got
That little, yeah, that.
It's moving, move, move.
Whoa!
Right where we landed.
Perfect. Woo! Come on over, Jacob. Get right, that concludes the experiment that yes, you can cut down a big tree with a small forest axe, but I recommend that you pack a lunch. And
A chainsaw.
oh, maybe a first aid kit too. That's gonna sting a minute. Yeah. All right. I guess that nothing left to do but go back in and get a cold drink. So yes, Small Forrest Axe will take down a big tree. We'll see all you turkeys on the next video. Woo! I'm out of here.
Yeah, I am too.
Did you not hear it when it started to?
Uh-uh.
I didn't hear it either. I saw the base move, and I'm like, "Oh, it's about to go."
I didn't
And
even see it. I didn't even see it move.
Then you hit it again, and I saw it move about this much. I'm like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's
Well,
gone."
this part here that was lighter,
yeah,
that
that was hard as a rock.
yeah, the lighter part was what was really keeping this up. So, woo!
I think we hinged it all right. I mean, we could have been a little bit lower and probably would have saved us a few swings.
Yeah.
But
Well, that's what I started doing. I started going down and lower on here.
Yeah.
You can see that's all that would hold the tree when it hinged off. So that made
I
a.
mean, that is perfect. Like right.
I mean,
where
that
I
is
wanted it.
dead. That's dead where we wanted it.
Yep.
I don't know how I got tangled up like that.
Can I have your microphone?
As soon as he's done with it.
How about that?
No, that's super obvious.
Oh,
Like, too obvious.
Just pass it over to him. Do you have anything to say?
Nothing.
all right. Well, I'm going to call this a successful experiment. We were able to take these two small forest axes and cut down a tree roughly 10 to 11 inches in diameter. Now, if you had to do this in a survival situation, you might want to pack a lunch because it took a few minutes, but it wasn't really that long to do. So it's amazing what cutting power we have in such a small package. And the neat thing about these, they have a lot more power than a hatchet's going to have. It's a lot less weight to pack than a full-size axe, and in a bushcraft situation, you will never really need to cut something down this big. So since it can do this amount of work, whatever work you need to do around bushcraft camp, Small Forest Axe in whichever make or model you want to buy, I think it will be money well spent, and it's a great tool to have in your kit. So that's gonna do it for this video. We'll see all you turkeys on the next video.
We screwed that up big time.
Boy, didn't we?
I thought you said we're gonna see you turkeys next video.
We'll see all you turkeys on the next video.
I'll see
When I point.
all you turkeys on the next video.
See all you turkeys on the next video.
Okay,
I
we
thought
gotta
you-
do that again.
I thought you
Alright.
said see all you turkeys on the not next time.
See all you turkeys on the next video.
Yeah, see all you turkeys on the next video. I got
1,
it.
2, 3. See all you turkeys on the next video. Hey! Oh, it's the blisters!